Pokémon, an innocent game full of cute creatures and fun stories. Or is it? What if I told you there was a much darker side to the franchise we all know and love? Hello and welcome back. My name's Sean, and I've been away for quite a while. I'm not going to go into why, but in this video we're going to be looking at something new. Today we're going to see where the spookiness of the Pokémon universe meets reality. This is Pokémon Urban Legends. In this very special episode, we're going to be covering some of the greatest urban legends in Pokémon history. Most of these are very old, as we don't really see a great deal of urban legends anymore. However, all of them are equally strange, and some are downright terrifying. In this video, I'm going to be covering 10 urban legends that I've picked as the creepiest in the Pokémon universe. So, without further ado, here's number 10, Moss Deep Space Center. Of course, I had to start with this urban legend as it centers around my favourite Pokémon, Deoxys. In Pokémon Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald, there was a legend which stated you could fly the rocket in the Moss Deep Space Center into outer space and battle Deoxys. The legend said that when the launch number hit 100, you'd be able to jet off into outer space. However, the methods for doing this were said to be rather complicated. This urban legend may have in fact inspired the Delta episode, added in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, in which you actually can fly into outer space and battle Deoxys. Number 9. Peekaboo. Before Generation 2 was released, images of Marill began to circulate on the internet. Some people thought that this was a blue version of Pikachu, and as such, they named it Peekaboo. It was told that this Pokémon was a god, a legendary Pokémon, or some kind of rare evolution of Pikachu that you could only get under very, very complicated circumstances. Some even suggested that you could catch this Pokémon in Pokémon Red and Blue by accessing Bill's Garden, a locked-off area in the game. These rumours were of course not true, and when Generation 2 released, everyone found out that Marill was in fact a basic Pokémon, and not at all related to Pikachu. Number 8. Cubone and Missing No. This urban legend is kind of a two-parter, however bear with me because they do link together. First off, Cubone is one of the saddest Pokémon in the whole of the Pokémon universe. It is said that when Cubone's mother died, it became so sad that it wore her skull on its head every day as a memory of her. However, urban legends suggest that Cubone could in fact be a Charmander, whose mother, a Charizard, died. The Cubone, overcome by grief, let the flame on its tail go out. This is in fact possible looking at how similar these two Pokémon look, although this has never been confirmed. So that's where we get to Missing No. Missing No, or Missing Number, was a glitch that occurred in Pokémon Red and Blue, which allowed you to catch a Pokémon that didn't actually exist in-game. The Pokémon itself was a mass of blurry looking pixels, and would crash your game if you managed to capture it. Here's where it links to Cubone. It is said that Cubone was originally intended to evolve into Marowak, and then again into Kangaskhan. However, somewhere in game development, the version of Marowak that would evolve into Kangaskhan was scrapped, deleted from the game, where it became a missing Pokemon, aka Missing No. Number 7. Mew Truck. We all know this one, right? In Pokémon Red and Blue in Vermilion City, there is a truck that could not normally be accessed in the game. The truck is located on a ledge that can only be accessed by using Surf. However, at this point in the game you have not acquired Surf, and thus cannot reach the ledge. Because the truck was seemingly very random, very out of place, and yet able to be reached with some trickery, rumours began to fly about it. Some said that Mew could be caught underneath the truck, while others said that there was a rare item underneath it. Of course, none of these proved to be true, However, in later games, such as the remakes Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then later on in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, the truck is referenced with an item being found near it. Number 6. Raticate Murder. Okay, so this one's really dark. In Pokemon Red and Blue, when you battle your rival, he has 6 Pokemon, one of which being Raticate. However, the next time you see him is in the Pokemon Tower, a graveyard in Lavender Town, and he only has 5 Pokemon. When you talk to him, he asks you if you know what it's like to lose a Pokemon. Surely that can't be correct. But no, it would seem that in fact, you killed his Raticate, his beloved Pokemon. How could you? Number 5, and we're halfway through this list. Mew 3. When Mew and Mewtwo were first announced, naturally people began to expect a third form, Mew 3. The rumours about getting one were bizarre, to say the least. If you had a level 100 Mew and a level 100 Mewtwo, the two could fuse together and form Mew 3. Of course, this was not true, and Mew 3 to this day does not exist. Although it is worth noting that some of the concept art for Mew 3 does look a little bit like the Mega Evolutions of Mewtwo, introduced in Generation 6. Number 4. Ditto Mew. As far as the urban legends and fan theories included on this list go, this one's definitely the most plausible and has the most in-game evidence behind it. The theory states that Ditto is a failed clone of Mew. This is plausible for many reasons. First of all, Mew and Ditto can both naturally acquire the move Transform. They have the same colour and the same weight, and while Mew has the DNA of all known Pokemon, Ditto can breed with almost every known Pokemon. The Pokédex description for Mewtwo says it was the first successful clone of Mew, which suggests very strongly that there were other failed clones. Perhaps Ditto is one of them. There is also further evidence found in the lab on Cinnabar Island, which is filled with Ditto. Number 3. Pokemon ROM hacks. This is where reality and fiction truly merge together. A ROM hack is a modded version of a Pokemon game. That is to say, it is not official and is fan-made. However, in the days of Game Boy games before emulators, these games were physical things that could be sold and traded, and were very, very hard to come by. Because of the strangeness of these hacks, it is impossible to verify the nature of some of them, with strange stories and creepypastas being told about ROM hacks all over the internet. I'm not going to cover these too much detail in this episode. However, if you do want to do the research, it's very, very interesting and all available online. Number 2. Ash is in a coma. As we approach the end of this list, I'm going to be covering 2 of the most popular urban legends in Pokemon culture, the first of which being that Ash is in a coma. This theory says that in the first episode, Ash is zapped by Pikachu, during which point he passes out and enters a coma, never to wake up. Some more factors in this theory are the fact that Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny appear in every city that Ash goes to. Despite the fact that they are clearly the same person, they are also clearly not the same person. It's rather bizarre. It also seems to explain why in the Pokemon universe children are allowed to freely roam the world, filled with dangerous creatures. This theory also suggests that some of the characters that Ash meets are just figments of his imagination, and some of them represent certain emotions. However, I'm definitely not going to go into that one because it gets strange. Number 1. You all knew what it was going to be, right? Lavender Town. Now this has to be everyone's favourite Pokemon urban legend. The legend goes that in the Japanese version of Pokémon Red and Blue, there was something slightly wrong with the music in Lavender Town. Stories say that many children who played through the game suffered seizures brought on by this music, known as Lavender Town Syndrome, and that some of them were even driven to suicide, and it is said that it claimed the lives of over 200 children. Although this is widely circulated on the internet and most people have heard this story, there is little to no evidence of this ever happening. Rumours of the original copies of the Japanese versions of the game being recalled are also extremely difficult to prove. In the second generation of games, the Lavender Town music was changed slightly, and the Pokémon Tower was replaced with a radio tower, in an effort to make the game slightly less morbid. However, the music to this day is still creepy, the story is still well known, and Lavender Town will always be associated with this. That concludes this special episode. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe. As always, don't forget to check out the social media. I would love to do a part 2 of this series, but I am going to kind of keep it as a special episode. This was originally meant to be a Halloween episode. Unfortunately, I got a cold and lost my voice, so yeah, it's late, sorry. I shall do better. But in all seriousness, I do intend to start doing more YouTube videos again. I have missed it, and it's definitely something that I do intend to get back into. So keep your eyes peeled, there will be more Poke Horror, there will be more Poke Legends, and yeah, the Diamond Pearl remakes come out soon, so I might even do something related to that as well. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and until next time, don't get scared.